Welcome to the fairest show on television. First tonight, you knew it was going to happen. The diversity, equity, and inclusion fraud laid bare. Sometimes there is a moment that crystallizes the hypocrisy and arrogance of an organization or a movement. In TV, they call it jumping the shark. Consider the situation at Michigan State University right now. The deans and administration there demand allegiance to the most progressive of values. They are so woke, they won't use common expressions like rule of thumb. Dare you offend somebody because rule of thumb is evidently racist. Freshmen must be called first years, or you are honoring a male-dominated patriarchal culture. Those same people covered up extremely serious sexual harassment claims against their star football coach for months, and when exposed, they tried to claim the moral high ground.
I have suspended Mel Tucker without pay as an additional interim measure. While the investigation continues, I made this decision with the support of university leadership.
The exact same university leadership that covered it up for months. Michigan State's athletic director, Alan Hallard, suspended head football coach Mel Tucker, they say during an investigation for sexual harassment. We should say Tucker denies the allegations, and based on his statement, which came out a couple of minutes ago, there's real reasons to question the allegations against him. But that's not what this story is about. This story is about the university and how they handled it. Tucker signed a 10-year, $95 million, fully guaranteed contract less than 2 years ago. A lot of money on the table here. And he's accused of sexually harassing a rape survivor who had been hired by the university to share her story with Tucker's players. Now, that accusation was made nearly a year ago. The investigation against Tucker was completed in July, but he was still on the payroll. All of this was kept secret by the university. In fact, he was still allowed to coach. The university knew that there were allegations of some pretty shocking behavior. He doesn't necessarily deny the behavior. He says it was consensual. So we're going to spare you the details. But let's just say he was less than faithful to his wife. His wife would probably be pretty upset with what happened. And let's not forget that this is the same university that ignored complaint after complaint about Dr. Larry Nassar. This university covered up the sexual abuse of 300 female athletes for years.
In the MSU of today, our investigative processes are fair and thorough. In the MSU of today, in all cases, we continually review interim measures to ensure appropriate actions are taken.
It would appear as though absolutely nothing about what MSU did was either fair or thorough, either to the accuser or to Mel Tucker. It's unbelievable. But this isn't about Michigan State and Mel Tucker. This is about a broken university system. We'll make that plural, broken university systems. They spend millions of dollars on diversity, equity, and inclusion programs that talk about safe spaces, that push to restrict offensive language, but time and time again, they show the opposite. They cover up serious actions by players, doctors, in this case, football coaches. We don't know whether Mel Tucker did this or not, but how they handled it speaks volumes. It's exactly the opposite of what they want you to believe they believe in. This is what they say they believe in, Michigan State's latest DEI guidelines, a document on inclusive language published late last year. Just as the university was finding out its $10 million a year football coach was accused of sexual harassment of a rape survivor. They found out that he was accused, and they put out the guidelines. The Inclusion Guide is designed to provide best practices for communication in areas like gender, race, and sexuality. Helpful tips like not referring to women as females. Avoid the term female as a noun for women. The pejorative term reduces women to their assumed biological anatomy. It also discourages the use of terms like Christmas trees, wreaths, bunnies, and eggs in the winter and spring because they are references to majority religious imagery. But when confronted with accusations in which a rape survivor allegedly felt harassed by a powerful man, the university covered it all up. They stalled, they tried to delay. They only confronted the facts when the press got a hold of the story. Now it appears once again they have bowed to public opinion rather than doing what's right. They would have presumably continued to keep up the appearance of a safe and inclusive campus for all had we not all found out about this. NewsNation contributor Elizabeth Prann is with us. Look, put the Mel Tucker stuff aside for a second. This is what happens when you don't have any real principles.
Well, and Leland, this is one of those stories where the truth is almost stranger than fiction, right? You can't make it up. You have this poster child for a Big Ten. I mean, we're talking, as you mentioned, 10 years, $95 million. And they brought in this woman, Brenda Tracy. She goes to, well over 100 universities across the United States to talk to football players because when she was in college, she was raped by a number of football players to talk to them about this very issue. And now it's turned into this he said, she said, and he's obviously claiming that the relationship was consensual.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.